Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with another installment of my Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee Wi-Fi battles. Today we have a little bit more of a standard team. My boy Anti made it. However, Alolan Dugtrio is on it, and when he made the team and laddered up on Pokemon Showdown, Alolan Dugtrio wasn't common, right? So he was able to ladder up with this Pokemon and show its worth. Basically, it's a fantastic Zapdos answer. Being ground and steel, you can't be toxic, you can't be thunderbolted, you resist U-turn and drill peck, and you threaten it with toxic or rock slide of your own. You also soft check Alakazam. Basically, Earthquake and the Sucker Punch always knocks it out. So it's a 1v1 type of mob. So the team is a little bit more standard, I want to say, quote unquote standard, but it's also really good, and I want to show off a few of the Pokemon. We're obviously looking for a game here, and yeah, if you guys do enjoy, of course, I would love if you leave a like. And for those that want to see the team and want to know my natures and whatnot, there's a Pokebase down below. But we have our game. We actually just played, but I got interrupted. I was up 6-4. And then I ran because I got interrupted, so I stopped the recording. But I liked the game, so I was like, hey, dude, you want to play again? I didn't actually ask them. I just said, you want a rematch? And my opponent was like, sure. In a sense that none of us talked. There was no talking going on. This is what I'm assuming their thought process is. But my opponent changed up their team quite a bit. Looking at my opponent's team, though, Dugtrio is faster than everything besides Jolteon, and Jolteon cannot actually threaten it. They have Blastoise with Charizard. I'm assuming it's Mega Charizard. Ninetales is there. Good choice versus me in switching it up. Gyarados just wins. I can see that much. Starmie is fantastic too. But as far as lead positions go, I want something that could deal with Blastoise and not give me a bad position versus Jinx immediately. So I feel like Zapdos is decent. Now the reason that is because I'm faster. I can U-turn for some really good damage. And I can always pick something to take an Ice Beam. Again, this is a little bit more of a standard team. But if you guys want to see the team down below, we're playing Arnold. There's a Pokepace. Shout out to my boy Common Dude for passing me the Pokemon. I also have a Kingler team I'm working on. It's done. I just don't have all the Pokemon just yet. But I will soon. And tomorrow you guys will have my first week of the draft battles for Let's Go. So that'll be really fun. So leads off with Ninetales. Good lead, but not as threatening to my Zapdos. Ninetales, of course, does speed tie with me though. So I don't want to stay in and take a fire move. And I have two Pokemon that can just switch in. I have Gyarados and I have Starmie. Now, seeing as how Ninetales also has access to Will-O-Wisp, I feel like Starmie is the better play. Starmie doesn't really mind to burn too much, seeing as it's a special attacker, and obviously, you know, burn weakens your physical attacks, so I don't want Gyarados to get it. And if Starmie does get burnt, that means that it cannot be put to sleep. Yep, throws off a Will-O-Wisp, perfect. So that means it cannot be put to sleep by Jinx, and it also resists Jinx's dual stab. So that means my Starmie can beat it 1v1. So this turn one, while it might look like my opponent has an advantage, or is at the advantage, it's so much better for me. It is so much better for me. I'm going to Scald here. Actually, I'm going to Thunderbolt. Ninetales doesn't do much to me. And if my opponent goes out to their only water resist being the Blastoise, I do a good chunk to it. So this is definitely worth it. Like, this is really nice damage for Zapdos. It's only to do about 30%, I'm assuming. Wow, that did a lot more. Is that a crit? No, that's just... I guess because I'm used to Mega Blastoise. Because I used it recently. Dark Pulse can definitely come out. I don't want to take that. I'll go out to Zapdos here. Blastoise already took the damage that I need for Dugtrio to knock it out after rocks, and also for Zapdos to knock it out. And Starmie is very important in this game. So we'll go Zapdos here. Yeah, I was gonna feel like he wouldn't Mega Evolve because he obviously has the Charizard, which I think is a lot better versus me. So I don't think you should sack Blastoise, but if you do, basically I could have knocked it out there maybe with Thunderbolt, but a roll like that is 50%, right? So I'm not going to, or it looks like a 50% roll, so I'm not going to risk that with my Starmie. So that's why I switched out to Zapdos, by the way. Because Starmie was very useful, it's not risking a roll. I went for U-turn there anticipating Jolteon, because that would allow me to get up rocks with Dugtrio. But I'm a Thunderbolt now, even if my opponent does go Jolteon, especially because they went for Protect. So now I'm more so scared to U-turn. So giving me Blastoise is great. As far as switching into this Mon goes, I think Charizard might come out. Charizard would definitely be a Mon that can come out now. Maybe even Machamp if it has Ice Punch. If Jolteon comes out, that just gives me my Dugtrio, and that gives me rocks. Which is fantastic in the game where my opponent has Ninetales, Charizard, and Jinx, all Pokemon weak to rocks. Does end up going out to Ninetales. I think Starmie is still my best play. Yeah, I really don't want Gyarados getting weakened, especially when Gyarados kind of just clicks Waterfall for free and just breaks through everything. Jinx obviously doesn't have Dry Skin in this generation. Well, it does, but not in this game. Ooh, very solid play on my opponent's part. Very, very, very solid play. Really nice play. I'm debating Thunder Waving here. Now, the reason I want to Thunder Wave is because if I Thunder Wave it, that means Gyarados will be able to outspeed it. Scald won't be able to knock out... Scald does not knock out Ninetales, but by Thunder Waving, I make Gyarados outspeed. So, even though I talked about how Starmie was fantastic in this game, by my opponent showing that they had Dark Pulse, it made me obviously adjust my game plan. But now, I go right out into Gyarados, and I just click Waterfall. Honestly, just click Waterfall. I could have went Alolan Dugtrio too, but then Machamp comes in. Actually, subbing is better than clicking Waterfall. Because if my opponent actually opts to switch this, first off, I avoid a Will-O-Wisp if they switch. And I also avoid a Will-O-Wisp if they stay in. Flamethrower won't do anything to me. So subbing is my best play. Because my opponent might end up sacking Ninetales just to click Will-O-Wisp here. Can't hear anything. Oh, okay. My volume was turned down. They do switch out their Ninetales. What's happening here? Jolteon. Uh-oh. So I can get two things out of this turn. I can either KO Jolteon with Earthquake, which makes a lot of sense, or I can go Alolan Dugtrio and get up rocks to make it, in the long run, I do better versus Charizard. So I'm honestly debating not knocking out Jolteon here. Even though I subbed. I know I got a free sub and I got a free KO. No. Forget it. Forget it. No. It makes less sense because I just realized that Gyarados can deal with Charizard anyway, as long as it's not Will-O-Wisp. So it makes more sense for me just to go for Earthquake. Again, I'm not Mega Evolving either because I don't want Machamp. I don't want to become part Dark type and have Machamp be able to hit me with a super effective superpower. So by not Mega Evolving, I can do that. I can choose to Mega Evolve later. Yeah, but Gyarados put in a little bit of work right here. Jolteon is gone. If Jinx come out, it might go for Lovely Kiss. I still have Melmetal in the back too, which will always eat one hit from Machamp. Jinx does come out. At this point, we will go Melmetal here though. I like Machamp. I like Executor because it also eats a hit from Machamp guaranteed and gets off a Sleep Powder and a Psychic. So go Melmetal. It resists the dual stab. At worst, it fears the Lovely Kiss. But by going Melmetal, I can also click Thunder Punch on potentially Charizard coming in. Does go for Lovely Kiss. Manages to connect. Yo, I love how Melmetal backs up. That actually looks amazing. Do I want to allow Charizard to come in for free? I don't. I'm doubling. Doubling out to Gyarados. I think you always go Charizard here. Or Machamp. My opponent might stay in and expect this, but because Melmetal has zero chance of waking up this turn, and because if Charizard comes in, it becomes a threat, if it's Zard Y or Zard X. I actually already know it's Zard Y because, again, we played. This is better for me. And Melmetal being asleep means that Machamp doesn't care. Excuse me, Gyarados doesn't care about Jinx as much. Basically, even if Jinx Ice Beams here, which is a really good play if he calls my double, but I think Charizard is more likely to come in, or Machamp. Ninetales. Fantastic. Okay, if I sub and Mega Evolve, he cannot break my sub ever. But then that makes me weaker to Machamp. I'm honestly thinking about it. Yeah, I'm gonna sub and Mega Evolve. Fine. I want to win a specific way. I still have a Alolan Dugtrio to revenge Jinx. And if he does go for Dark Pulse, I don't think Dark Pulse would break a regular Gyarados to sub, but if it did, then sub and Mega Evolving is the better play. Yeah, he literally has to switch too. He does not. And he goes Jinx. Fantastic. I'm not even sure if Jinx can actually break my sub. If I was regular Gyarados, obviously it could. But Mega Gyarados behind a sub just looks like a wrap right here. Starmie really provided excellent support. Like, I think that you guys see how that Thunder Wave went a long way, right? How my Gyarados basically has free reign versus Ninetales instead of having to fear Will-O-Wisp every single time. Like, that Thunder Wave really went a long way. I know this Jinx is scared too. I love sub Gyarados too. So my opponent may try and Ice Beam me, but that won't be able to break my sub. And if he goes Machamp, oh, and he is slower than me. Huh. Interesting. I guess he's not a plus speed nature. Well, that really sucks for you. That really does. Even then, doesn't... I think Jinx still outspeeds Gyarados, even if I'm Jolly Gyarados, right? But I feel like Jinx still outspeeds me, even if it's not. Unless it has imperfect IVs. Which is just unfortunate. I'm just looking at the showdown. 126. Yeah, Jinx should have still been faster, even if it was modest. My opponent probably didn't have the best IVs. Yo, I feel that. I was hunting for Jinx, bro. Not for shiny, but just for good IVs. And I kept getting 4 and everything except for speed. And even then, like, I would never get the speed on it. Gyarados rampages again. Brick Break. That's fine. Low Kick, Brick Break, and Superpower. I run both of them. I run both Low Kick and Superpower on my champ, unless I'm running bulk up. But Gyarados just wins. But yeah, you guys saw how that Thunder Wave just went such a long way. I'll look for another game after this too. Big Gara. At the end of the day, even if my opponent was faster, they would not be able to break my sub with neither Psychic nor Ice Beam. Obviously Psychic, I'm a Dark type, but Ice Beam would not be able to break my sub. And it'd be the same situation. You'd be forced to go Machamp. I Waterfall to a KO you. Charizard comes in. Sorry about that. My chair is like making way too much noise. Charizard comes in, and then I just destroy that too. I'm assuming my opponent's gonna try and Mega Evolve. This really sucks because I know that's Zarwai, and if it had Solar Beam still, plus Drought, it'd be fantastic. Oof. Oh, he made it Zard X now. Okay, I see you, buddy. This just got a little bit more interesting. That might kill me. Yep, okay. It was Zard before. I forgot. Zard is really cool because he can choose Omega. That's awesome. I think Dugtrio eats this, though, and I'm pretty sure Dugtrio cleans up. Big Alolan Dougie. That's Big Alolan Dougie. I'm gonna wait a little bit because I actually want to. First off, I want to use a Charizard, but I want to use a Alolan Dougie too. So I'm trying to get a good screenshot. Hey, like I want a thumbnail with this boy. It's nice Tresemme, dude. That's Dugtrio sponsored. Oh, not bad. I'm really surprised that Earthquake KO'd. I crit. I don't know if that mattered though. I can look at the calculator. But Alolan Dougie cleaning up right here. Not bad. I'm hoping the next game we fight a Zapdos or, like, you know, more electric types that Dugtrio just loves to play versus. So no rocks went up in this game, and my opponent ended up being Zardex, which is really cool, again, because, again, I said again a lot. I hate saying that. All right, they ended up forfeiting. That's fine. Dougie cleaning up. We'll look for another game. Nice 4-0. Ideally, we can find an opponent who doesn't have a Mewtwo in the next one. I'd very much like that. Alright, so like I said, we're not looking for Mewtwo here. We want a game versus someone without that, and hopefully we can have a good one. I like what Alolan Dougie did there. I think it definitely had potential to clean up no matter what. Iffy, like, I feel like Rock Slide is really good on Alolan Dougie. It is, actually, but only if you're not running rocks on it. Alright, so we got a game. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to use my same team, of course. I love Self-Destruct on Executor too because it gets the chip damage that you need on a lot of setup mons. And okay, cool. So looking at this game, Earthquake is fantastic. Gengar, Nidoqueen, Beedrill's going to get wrecked by it too. Beedrill, speaking of which, is a fantastic lead versus me as well. I think I just lead off a Melmetal and just start clicking buttons. I feel like Dugtrio in the late game is going to be fantastic too. I gotta be very, very, very careful about that Beedrill though. But yeah, I lead off a Melmetal and I honestly just click double Iron Bash and don't care. If my opponent leads Nidoqueen, Well, Gyarados have a lot of freeway in this game too. One thing I do have to worry about is the Sleep Powder on Victory Bell. That's another mod I want to try out too. I want to try everything. I will be using everything eventually. Magneton is high on my list. Kingler is hopefully not tomorrow, but the next day. That's what I'm hoping. But I'm assuming Beedrill lead because it literally beats every Pokemon on my team. Speed tier wise. That could be Nidoqueen though. Golem was my opponent's lead of choice. Alright, so maybe it's not rocks on the maybe it is not rocks on the Nidoqueen. We're gonna go Executor here. It's better than going Starmie because it gives me a free Sleep Powder. Or Psychic, honestly. Not even a Sleep Powder. I could just click Psychic. My opponent does not have Psychic switch-ins. And I don't want them going Victory Bell on the expected Sleep Powder. Hopefully he Earthquakes as opposed to Rocks. No, Click's the best move in this game. So yeah, no Psychic switch-ins, right? Yep, 0. Alright, time to click Psychic. Not gonna click Mega Drain because I don't want Victory Bell coming in. If my opponent opts to explode, good play. But Executor only comes in on this Pokemon on his team. Everything else beats it. Ideally, they go Victory Bell though, and they get blown away by the Psychic. Or they go Gengar or Nidoqueen or basically anything on Mega Drain. It is a Victory Bell, so great. This should knock it out. Executor is incredibly strong. There we go, beautiful. But now we're in a situation where, okay, do we trade Pokemon? Because I know you're about to go Beedrill, Mega Evolve, and U-turn. But again, if he keeps going Golem, I keep getting an Executor, and it's a 1-for-1 type of deal. So Big Eggy putting in work already. That's Big Eggy. Beedrill should definitely come out, though. Nice. And you get a free U-turn. And there's nothing I can do. Yeah, I'm not going to let Zapdos get chipped. It's necessary. I mean, my opponent could X-Scissor or Poison Jab. Maybe to hit more damage on Zapdos. But the fact that I have a Melmetal, I feel like that's just a poor play. I think you should always Mega Evolve and U-turn here. And with Rocks up, Beedrill just becomes annoying. And me not having Rocks up is also annoying. Oh, they did go for X-Scissor. Awesome. Okay, so this is great because had my opponent U-turn there, maybe X-Scissor put Zapdos in range of Poison Jab. It probably did. I'm gonna... Do I want a Thunder Punch? I'm a double Iron Bash. I don't want them going Nidoqueen. I really want to predict the Gyarados, and I feel like it's an obvious switch. But... I don't know. I really feel like Gyarados is obvious here. But any damage on Gyarados is also the only Pokemon that resists the flying. And it goes Nidoqueen. So yeah, I'm very happy that I got off double Iron Bash damage. Yeah, that's fantastic damage. So... Earthquake is something that can come out for sure. Zapdos deals with a lot. I'm gonna go Starmie. Beedrill gets to come out after, and I'm probably gonna have to sack versus that. But if my opponent goes Dugtrio after, I can also click Thunderbolt. Like, it's gonna be really hard for me to get up rocks in this game. I'm gonna try. But I do think that Melmetal will be key in living a hit. Goes for Flamethrower, so this gives me a Scald. And this should be a 1-for-1 trade considering my opponent's water resist is a regular Gyarados, which I can obviously hit with a Thunderbolt. So he should be sacking Nidoqueen here. Flamethrower was good play because it hit Melmetal, but it also hit Executor, which is my ground resist. So it made sense. But my opponent does not have a Scald switch in because this is a move that can definitely burn. Bro, I don't think Gyarados is the play. I hope you didn't go Gyarados. That's not a good play, my friend. This is the only Pokemon on your team that can take on my Dugtrio. You're letting my boy clean up. And I got the burn as well. So, fantastic turn for me. Only mon that can take Earthquake. Gengar dies, Beedrill dies, Nidoqueen dies. Golem also tanks it. I will go for Thunderbolt here for sure. Like that's why this was not a best play. Because not only do you take Scald, you risk burn, but you also... you go down to Thunderbolt. You already Mega Evolve with Beedrill, so I know it's not Mega Gyarados. Alright, so beautiful. Gone. This is where it gets interesting because when Beedrill comes out, I'm very tempted to just sack this Pokemon to be able to bring out Exeggutor again. Yeah, I'm very tempted to just sack this Pokemon. It's not faster than Gengar because I'm Bold Star me, not Timid. And Exeggutor comes in on Golem anyway, so I'm going to sack this. I'll actually Thunder Wave just in case he tries to Poison Jab on Zapdos, as opposed to going for anything else. That play made sense too. Jorun should not be able to knock out my... Jorun will not be able to knock out Eggy. And as long as I keep Gyarados healthy, it's always one Pokemon that can get off enough damage on Beedrill. So, we get out Melmetal one more time. We click Double Iron Bash. Jorun does not knock me out. My opponent's going to be forced to sack something. I'm assuming he's going to sack Nidoqueen. Like, he is chipping away at me for Jorun in the end, but not just yet. Not just yet. Melmetal will be eating. And Dougie should clean up. In theory. So I'm assuming maybe Nidoqueen sack. Wow. Ends up going Golem. I kind of disagree with that because Golem deals with Zapdos a little bit better than... Yeah, first off, it's dead. And it also dealt with Zapdos really well. Like, better than Nidoqueen did. Like, if I had Drill Peck, Nidoqueen did not. But maybe he's also trying to make it so I can't bring out Exeggutor. But at that point, that means I do sack Exeggutor. I sack Exeggutor whenever something comes out now. Unless it's Beedrill. If it's Beedrill, I'm a Double Iron Bash again. I don't think Jorun knocks me out. I'm also just going to Ice Punch. Because I want Dugtrio. If Jorun doesn't knock me out, I want Dugtrio to get the last 3 kills. Double Iron Bash is by far the best play. But if my opponent is actually going to U-turn again to put me into Jorun range. Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah, so they're trying to put me in Jorun range. Makes sense. I think you should have went Gengar, though, just to be a little bit more offensive and just click Shadow Ball. I feel like it knocked out Melmetal at that point. I didn't want to knock out Beedrill. I just wanted to put it in range of Sucker Punch from Dugtrio. Goes Gengar. So that dies to Sucker. Melmetal. Exeggutor literally loses to every Pokemon my opponent has left. So I'm going to sack Exeggutor there. If my opponent actually does not have Brick Break or Drill Run on the Beedrill, then Melmetal still eats a hit and gets a KO. I should have went for Double Iron Bash, but I wanted Dougie to do its work. Psychic. Why not Shadow Ball? Okay. I'm just going to click Psychic of my own. Just Shadow Ball me, dude. Why'd you Psychic? Shadow Ball hits everything harder. It also would not have knocked out Melmetal. Unless my opponent's also doing the same thing to me. And by that I mean, they're trying to win with their Beedrill. I got flinched there. So I think my opponent's trying to win with Beedrill. I honestly think that's what they're trying to do versus me. As I'm trying to win with Dugtrio. Because I want Alolan Dugtrio to clean up. Wait, what? Don't go Beedrill, dude. Alright, sacks Nidoqueen. Instead of clicking the next attack. I don't know what's going on here. I really don't. He's trying to get every kill with Beedrill. That's what he's trying to do. Does Felstinger exist? There's no way. Felstinger doesn't still exist, does it? Hold up. No way. I don't believe they would keep that in the game. Is that what you're setting up for? No. I'm checking right now. Beedrill. Felstinger, Felstinger, Felstinger. Yeah, they didn't keep that boy in the game. I'm still Ice Punching. Oh, this Mon doesn't do anything. I don't have Melmetal out. He does have Drill Run. Okay, then why would you not do that before? So now we know that this Beedrill does not have recovery. I can go Zapdos and just click Thunderbolt. Also, I'm not sure if my Melmetal dies at the point it's at, but I click Zapdos, I click Thunderbolt. Get off some damage for Dougie. I might not actually do enough to this Beedrill, to be honest. He's gonna Poison Jab. Wait, my opponent doesn't even have Poison Jab. Yes, they do. What am I talking about? You have Drill Run. You haven't gone for Poison Jab, but that's definitely your last move. What? Bro, what's happening here? I'm in the air, man. I'm U-turning out to Dougie and I'm cleaning up with that mod. What happened? My opponent was playing like really well early and then they kind of just fell over. I don't get it. Maybe they thought they didn't mega? Like, you mega the entire time. I'm cleaning up with Dougie and you can't stop me. If you drill run again, I swear. There's no way you drill run again. Oh, Roost. Oh, he doesn't have Poison Jab. Okay. So I thought by showing X Scissor and U-turn and drill run, this dude would have lost his Zapdos then. Alright. I mean, I guess you pray that I'm hacking and my Zapdos speed is faster than Beedrill, so I Roost and I'm weak to it. But either way, Alolan Dugtrio is going to clean up twice. Man. This game, like, my opponent played really well early on. I just feel like it kind of went downhill. It's a little bit, it's disappointing, but then again, we all start somewhere. We all start somewhere. That's a little bit disappointing to me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna click Sucker Puncher. Well, that's game. Alright, well, Alolan Dugtrio cleans up twice. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'm left with a little sour taste in my mouth just because of how the game kind of went. Again, I really feel like they played very well early on, but then they just started clicking. They really did. They brought in Beedrill at the right times. They went for U-turn to keep up momentum. They got up rocks early, which was fantastic versus me. So I really feel like they played super well early on, and then it kind of just went downhill from there. But of course, if you did enjoy, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Feel free to also suggest Pokemon that you want me to use. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends.